We got Wemby versus Chet.
But I think Chet has got a step above him.
Oh,
Definitely.
Lamelo with a fully healthy year should get back on that track of becoming one of the best point guards in the NBA. I want to hear 5 players that'll break the NBA this season. And as a bonus later on for our viewers, we're going to do 3 players that'll start to disappoint this season in the NBA. Cheech, your first player that'll break the NBA this season.
From Oklahoma City, we have Chet Holmgren.
Ooh, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year, Tings.
So lucky we got the preseason, the first game back today, the first preseason game, and I was impressed.
Sold.
The 2 unicorns already. It's preseason. Wembanyama, Chet.
I was like, wow, he's so composed. Catch and shoot. Nothing can beat catch and shoot. Like dribble is like kind of inconsistent, not helping the team. But using that Josh Giddey, that bullet pass, just being out on the wing, hugely impressive on defense. Like just straight up.
Yeah.
When you keep your hands up. Can we say that? So yeah, he's
and
huge.
like I know a bit of him from Gonzaga from when he played in college. He's for a young player and coming into this season, the way he anticipates the moves as the help defender, the way he moves, rotates across for a young player, and he's a unicorn as we talked about. This is exciting for the
Huge upside on both sides of the floor.
And not to mention that the Thunder have been sort of making do without a proper big man the last couple of years. He's not an Embiid, Jokic, Rudy Gobert or whatever else, but I said the word before.
New generation.
He's the Wemby. It's crazy in the first preseason game we got Wemby versus Chet.
But I think Chet has got a step above him.
Oh,
Definitely.
He's had that NBA experience of seeing the floor.
Seen the floor, understands what it means to go through an 82 games a season.
And they're already talking at each other in the preseason. Bro, like a rivalry already. Like just the first 2 games, fuck. Yeah.
So at least I'm thinking, well, in the preseason, it was above 20 points that he scored. So at least high teens that I expect from him and take the Rookie of the Year away.
And the defensive stuff.
He's nearly a 7-footer.
Yeah.
Pulling up, catch and shoot.
So he is dressed to impress.
Yeah. And it's going to be his first year, but I don't know, it feels a bit more serious now for OKC. It's not just all offensive weapons. It's like, hey, now we got this guy back here.
Dort at the front.
Yeah, I feel like he could break the NBA.
Oh, break it.
Definitely believe in him.
Okay, now sticking with big boys, I want to bring up another. He's underrated.
Okay, give it to him.
The Orlando Magic, Wendell Carter Jr.
Who the that caught me off guard for real.
Now, I want to tell you
Break
about...
the NBA?
Break
Wendell
the NBA.
Carter Jr.?
Break the NBA.
Give it to us.
He's got Joe Ingles joining, Jingles, down, Marco Fulton, got all these boys surrounding him. Mo Wagner, ex-Laker, your boy, he can't get a start because Wendell Carter Jr. crashes. He can shoot, he can stretch a floor, obviously, and he always gets over his betting line. Me and my cousin, last season, to tell you a story, we kept putting on Wendell Carter Jr. over 11.5 points because his worst game is like 14 points, 15 points. He will... Bet on that this season. We're not giving out betting advice, but bet on Wendell Carter to get the over every game this season. They used to call him Baby Al Horford, but he's a lot more aggressive than that.
Especially in the rebounds. I've seen, I have watched a bit of him.
On the rebounds. On the rebounds as well.
He's aggressive.
Bet him on the over on rebounds. It's like they don't know yet.
Yeah.
They don't. And this is what I'm telling you. This guy, like everyone talks about Franz Wagner and Banchero and whoever else. He, at times, is like their best player on the floor. Like, he's in, that guy, you just rely on them. It's like, okay, Banchero doesn't have it. Franz Wagner's being a bit timid or whatever.
Yeah. You know you're going to get...
This guy's just putting it in every night last season.
Just bucket.
Yeah, he's just going to... I think he's going to have a long career, and I think this will be the year that... I think people are going to start paying attention to Orlando this year, and he'll be a big part of it.
He's a youngin' or...
Oh, 5th year, something like that.
Okay, so he's got a few reps. He knows what it means to be in the NBA.
Didn't really get it going in Chicago. He wears goggles. He wears goggles while he plays.
Old school.
Yeah,
retro.
so, no, he's good.
I'm going to look out
for him. All right, fantasy league bet too.
Yeah. All right, Rise, you got one for us.
I got one. To break the NBA, I think people have been I think he's been forgotten about, but Lamelo Ball.
Okay.
No way.
Believe it or not, I think
No
he only
way.
played maybe 30 to 40 games last season due to injury. So despite injury, I think he's going to pop off. He averaged 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists last season.
What do you think about his playmaking ability? Like, I understand.
He's crafty. He's skillful.
Just
He gets plays
one-dimensional.
involved. He's a pass first guy.
And he'll break the NBA. For me, I just can't.
I think people just
He-
forgotten
he-
about him.
Similar to Wendell, right? People have forgotten because they've been shit. He's been injured.
Yep.
Hopefully, Brandon Miller.
Yep.
Then they've got the center. Who did I say the center was?
Mike Williams,
Yeah, Williams.
Yep.
They've got Williams. They've got Brandon Miller.
Miles Bridges.
Unfortunately, Miles Bridges has to play, and he is good if he plays well. PJ Washington, I think, is going to pop off.
Yep.
They do have Scary Terry, and they've got Gordon Hayward. The gist is they might be better than people think this year,
I agree.
right? And LaMelo, with a fully healthy year, should get back on that track of becoming one of the best.
6'7" point
Really?
guard.
One of the best point guards in the
Watch him with the
NBA.
ball.
Uprising.
He's too much of a slasher. Just
Watch him
like
with the ball.
No, but he does shoot, man. He's like it's something about he gets it in. I don't know.
He's got a lot of flair.
I don't know if he's got great percentages from
Okay.
shooting, but like he makes them. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, he
He
shot
makes
over
them.
40% from field goal.
Well, there you
Shot
go.
38% from
he's about to
3.
wreak
There you go.
havoc.
But he was injured for a big part of last season.
Yeah, so people have forgotten him.
his numbers have only gotten better, so big
Alright.
upside to him.
Any more that's going to break the NBA? Cheech.
Yes, sir. My Sacramento Kings. Keegan Murray.
Yeah, bro. He was so good last year. He was my pick for Rookie of the Year last year.
Really?
He shot the most threes as a rookie, or
Yeah, he was insane.
Hey, insane. 41% from the 3-point line. A
Crazy.
good chunk of him. I think he was like 15 points a game average last season. But then he impressed me just how cool, calm, and collected he was during that Golden State Kings battle, man. 7 game or 6 game slugger? But
It was 7.
7, yeah!
Yeah.
You know,
And
remember Sabonis bleed from the
Yeah, bro. This like for a rookie to have that sort of impact straight away.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, like, yeah, what type of heights could this guy reach? Really?
I'm thinking he's going to average 20 points. Like 22?
Are we
that
talking
will
like
be-
one of the best, like, you know, shooting guards or small forwards in
Yep.
the league?
Yep.
Like, not this year, but like
okay.
moving forward.
Oh, 100%.
This guy's on the track for
100%.
that.
because of his shooting, you reckon?
Because of his shooting
Yep.
and his demeanor. And
Yep.
he's not a bad defender too. Like he had the most blocks in the Kings when it comes to that kind of
That's
thing.
a knock
so,
on Sabonis. another knock.
They go in there. So yeah, Keegan Murray, he's gonna be like maybe it could be like a Steph Clay and Stephen Curry situation with Fox.
Yeah.
So and then obviously you have Sabonis, Draymond Green
1-2
situation.
punch, and then okay.
So
but
what-
he's making a significant step this season. And that's why I'm saying he's breaking it.
Yeah.
He already he's kind of like made a little bit of a tier. Now he's gonna break open him.
breaking
Tell him what's
Yeah, the
up.
thing about saying that these players are going to break the NBA, it's like the other teams, at least for the first half of the season, aren't going to see this coming.
Nah.
You know, like
That scouting report isn't too,
that's right. Murray taking another leap. LaMelo just again, people sort of forgotten about him. And then who the hell did I say? Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah.
Even
so
I- Even I've
some
forgotten.
guy from Orlando.
That's why they're going to break the NBA because no one knows
Caught
who they
by
are.
surprise.
I'll go again, and this
Okay.
one's crazy.
So,
I'm not wearing Sixers today, but I'm a Sixers fan. We're Aussies. Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, is he back?
Did you see him today against
Really?
your Lakers?
Yeah, we still got the win.
Here's what I want to say about Ben Simmons and why no one's going to
Really?
see this season coming. I get it. You can't trust him. But if he's healthy, he is a really good player. I wouldn't say that he's a really great playoffs player. I wouldn't even say that the Nets are a really serious playoff team for now. But in terms of teams rocking up to Brooklyn thinking, we're just going to take an easy dub,
Think again.
Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges, the defense, you know, they've got
Cam
Finney
Johnson.
Smith, Cam Johnson, if they're going to...
Thomas.
Cam Thomas, they're going to do this Claxton.
Yep.
Defensively, they're sound. And offensively, Ben Simmons can be. I can't believe I'm saying it. What I saw today, I'm like,
Really?
I'm like, oh, he might be back.
A bit of offense and a bit of defense, or was it mainly defense?
I mean, how seriously are we taking defense in a preseason game?
Yeah, true.
But I don't remember seeing defense, but he looks fluid. He looks like he's like
the timing is back.
He's running at the rim. That's his biggest thing. If he's running at the rim, then you know.
Yeah. When you're a threat and you're like, oh, I actually have to scheme for this guy instead of just leave him away, do a Russell
And if he
Westbrook.
truly is that fluid again, he's like he's definitely a top 30
Call
player.
it scary hours.
He's a top 30
Wow.
Top 30 player
I would say so, yeah.
right now, or coming in? You think coming into the season?
No. If
If he's fluid, if he's ready to go,
Yeah.
truly, like even just back to the Hawks series, like when he was last with the Sixers and whatever, even if he's just that guy, you can't deny it, bro. This guy's a good player. I wouldn't want him on my team for the playoffs. I don't think many teams would. But for the regular season, when teams don't sort of close up on you and they let you do what you want to do because they don't want to give away their playoff schemes, Ben Simmons, I can't believe I'm saying.
He might be that guy.
And that's what I'm saying. He will break the scouting reports because if teams aren't ready for 2019 Ben Simmons or whatever year that was, 2021,
He's killing those guards. Whoever's
right,
guarding
he's a good player.
Wow.
I can't believe I'm saying it. He's a good player.
That's a hot take.
We did say we're going to talk about players that are going to fade away. So, like players that were showing us that they could be maybe stars. We want to talk about three players.
Who wants to go? What's his number one
Let me
hater?
throw it down.
We're calling
Let me
them.
throw my
We're
hammer.
calling them faders. Three players are going to fade away from their apparent superstardom.
Okay.
You start us off, Rise.
Bit of trouble down at Houston with Fred VanVleet. Big contract. Huge contract.
Massive.
Is he going to live up to it? Was he just there for all that money? Or is he an actual star that can take this team and get him into the playoffs? I don't know if that's, what they're looking for, but I think he really needs to either elevate, but at the same time, I don't know if he's going to be able to get that done. And I feel like he could ruin a bit of his stardom.
When you take that
go
much
on there
money,
and just take that
it was
money.
like $50 million a year or something like that.
Just like,
40 or
whole
50
contract, 305 mil or something for 4 years, or
Jeez, it's like 40 or 50 million a year, something like that. The point is, I don't know. Like they're not. No one's expecting them to be great.
yeah,
They should be decent to mediocre. But okay, it's all fun and games. Oh, Houston are back, as in Houston are not on the bottom. I get that, and that's what they want. But after 1 year, does it get a bit old or, oh shit, we can't go anywhere with this team? You know what I mean? I know they've still got they drafted Thompson and they've got Jalen Green and things like that, but is this going to stunt their growth?
did they make the right decision giving him that much money?
That's right.
Is what we're.
And who's going to take that contract off their hands in the future if they have to?
Oh yeah, because it's all.
He needs to sustain.
And also, VanVleet is he's a bit rigid. And what I mean by that is like, he's a good defender for a point guard, but he's so aggressively like what he is. He can't like bend to what teams are. So if the Rockets can't mold to what VanVleet is, he can't mold to what they are, is what I'm trying to get at. Like,
And they paid that money in terms of like he's supposed to be adaptable in all situations.
He sort of either hits the threes or he doesn't. As we know, he can be very inconsistent shooting the ball, although his numbers might be all right. But it just seems to me by the eye test, he can be inconsistent shooting the ball. Good defender. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like
It's a big risk.
a little, like a step down from like a Drew Holiday with a little bit more offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you really building your whole team around Drew Holiday, like a Houston team? Like, what would you do with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How far are you
Drew
going?
Holiday would plug right into, of course, like the Celtics, the Bucks,
team.
the Lakers, any team. But if he had gone to like the Rockets and VanVleet didn't, we would have been sort of being like, okay, pressure's on you to now sort of carry this team.
Yeah.
VanVleet, what we're getting at is VanVleet is almost looked at as like maybe the best player on this team.
Right.
Yeah.
Şengün and all that. Jalen Green, they get the numbers, but they're still young. They're growing. is VanVleet going to be able to
Sustain that leadership ability. I reckon.
and like lead from the front? Or is he just like, yeah, I'm a vet, but I'm not going to lead from the front? And then in a year's time, it's like, oh, we spent a lot of money on that guy who doesn't lead from the front. Yeah. Anyway, so I get that. I'll
Sum
go.
it up, he could be fading away.
Yeah, I think a
season,
fader will
so-
be Jordan Poole.
Oh,
And
really?
I expected him to
At the Wizards?
play as well as he did at the Warriors.
Okay.
There's a few factors here.
Wait.
I reckon. Sorry, go.
The second season of the Warriors, or what? When I say last season.
No,
or-
the one where he did great.
Okay,
So I sort of knew that he would be real good,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not that good. It's a similar thing to the VanVleet thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think also the Wizards know this. Sad for Kuz, sad for Poole, sad for Advia. I think the Wizards know that, like, we could see Poole, Kuzma, injuries second half of the season. They tank right to the bottom, restart type thing. I know they just signed Kuzma. Poole's not the guy.
Get Bronny.
Poole's not the guy to elevate you anywhere, in my view.
Damn, so he'll fade into the darkness.
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting because I heard, what's his name? Iguodala. He was saying like Poole come back. This is a blessing in disguise, having this situation, and he'll bounce back. Remember that Poole was the second highest scorer in the Golden State Warriors. That's the splash bar of City. And they've also got other three makers, not just Clay and Stephen Curry. So it'll be interesting. Will your prediction prove Iguodala wrong?
I mean, let me ask you guys, do you think Jordan Poole's really is he going to be part of the next successful Wizards team?
I think yes. As a
You think?
slasher,
You know what?
I think so.
Hey, you know who I'm excited? I'm excited about what Kuz did last year, and I'm excited about Tyus Jones joining that team from the Grizzlies,
I'm-
whatever.
I'm excited about
but
that.
Jordan Poole, maybe he'll be their best player.
You know who I
technically,
feel
but,
like he might turn into?
I just don't
I
think.
think
he's
it
the guy.
he could fade away almost like a Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah,
Greater Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Went to Dallas and stuff, went to the Wizards, and it was like there were almost two other players that you can get like him.
yeah,
Great at Brooklyn though with D'Lo.
yeah. But
But
then he
then we-
comes to
yeah,
his
when you
own.
go to-
Yeah,
His own ground, and it's like, oh, can we really rely on you?
Yeah, that's right.
Right at the end, or the whole game, or
Turnover
or
City.
the season. So it could be like
and
that.
he's just, I don't know, he's just too offense. You know, there's not enough defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone just had to run through him.
Give us one more fader.
From the Los Angeles Lakers, we have Christian Wood.
Now,
Talk your shit now.
look,
Talk your shit.
my question is, has he not already faded?
Oh, that's a good point. But look, we have to humble these Laker fans right now. They're saying, hey, we've got a guy with high productivity and LeBron will coach him up, etc., etc. They don't remember that they couldn't help with the Russell Westbrook situation and then other kind of...
Different base.
Oh.
Don't bring that base in.
And then other kind of vets as well. When LeBron wants to bring his buddies in, Carmelo Anthony, for instance, another guy that you could say is a shooter. But hey, what are you contributing to the team that actually wins games? It's all this behind the stats stuff. That's why he's bounced around. He's a journeyman. Like how many teams now? Like 5 teams, 5 years.
That's right. If he was, you know what the Mavs need? They needed
Christian Wood.
they need size, and they need defensive size. This guy can't defend, bro. He can't defend. What do you want me to say? He can't
shoot.
He can shoot.
He
but,
can shoot.
You know, I don't know.
And you know, when LeBron's going to be passive aggressive with him, so Christian Wood will even be lost. He'll be like,
I'm sorry, bro. This guy.
Christian Wood, the Lakers is his hometown. He's been dreaming of the Lakers.
more
He grew up
more
watching the
ego,
Lakers.
more inflating of the ego
Those
for
bright
disaster.
lights scare people, but they're gonna do good for him.
I think
do
he'll
very good
fade
for him.
as well.
Hey. Fade.
That
You wait
is
till the season.
5 players that'll break the NBA and also 3 players that will fade. We'll talk to you next time.